Have you ever thought about what makes someone quietly more valuable than gold as they grow older? It's not money, it's not status, and it's definitely not just luck. The reality is that after 65, certain qualities, when nurtured, turn a person into someone truly irreplaceable, someone others deeply respect, admire, and want to be around. The surprising part? Many people don't even realize these qualities exist, letting them fade away without understanding how much they truly matter. In this video, we're going to dive into 6 powerful traits that, when cultivated, will make you not just appreciated, but genuinely cherished. These qualities have nothing to do with physical appearance or material wealth. They are all about how you think, how you live, and how you carry yourself. The best part? You can develop these traits at any stage in life. No matter where you are right now, you have the power to strengthen these 6 things and become the kind of person whose presence alone makes a difference. Stay with me until the very end, because the last one is something most people don't recognize until it's too late. If you've ever felt like you're fading into the background as you age, or if you've questioned how to keep your sense of purpose and dignity, this is for you. These 6 qualities will not only help you stand out in a quiet yet powerful way, but they will also bring a deep sense of fulfillment, something more valuable than any treasure. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If you don't, type 0 so I know how to improve and create better content for you. Now let's jump in. Number 1, the ability to remain calm in any situation. One of the most valuable qualities a person can develop after 65 is a deep sense of calm, a presence that reassures others, brings peace into a space, and makes people feel safe. This type of calm doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is okay. It's about having the wisdom to recognize what truly matters, the patience to let go of minor frustrations, and the ability to stay steady even when life throws challenges your way. As we get older, we experience more. We witness loss, unexpected changes, and difficult moments. Some people let these experiences make them bitter or anxious, but those who become quietly more valuable than gold are the ones who learn how to stay grounded. They don't panic over small setbacks, they don't turn every disagreement into a battle, and they offer perspective when others feel overwhelmed. Look at someone like Harold, a 74-year-old retired firefighter. Years ago, just his presence could calm an entire room. He wasn't the loudest or most forceful person, but there was something about him. His steady voice, his ability to listen, his way of offering reassurance without overreacting. Even in retirement, people naturally gravitate toward him. His grandchildren love talking to him because he never dismisses their feelings. His friends trust him because they know he won't escalate a situation unnecessarily. His wife, after decades of marriage, still finds comfort in the way he navigates life's ups and downs. This kind of calm isn't about being passive. It's about knowing when to step in and when to let things go. It's about not wasting energy on things that won't matter a year from now. It's about having the inner strength to stay composed when everyone else is overwhelmed. The most respected older adults are those who don't let their emotions take control. They pause before reacting. They listen before speaking. And they understand that most arguments aren't worth their time. They don't waste energy trying to prove themselves to people who don't matter. They don't let frustration dictate their day. Instead, they become the kind of person others turn to in difficult moments. The person who makes a room instantly feel more at ease just by being there. And here's the thing. This kind of inner calm doesn't just earn respect from others. It transforms your own life. It lowers stress, deepens connections, and helps you focus on what truly brings happiness. If you've ever met someone with this kind of presence, you know how impactful it is. And if you develop it within yourself, you will become someone quietly more valuable than gold. Not because of what you own, but because of the peace you bring to those around you. Number 2, a curiosity that never fades. One of the biggest mistakes people make as they get older is assuming that learning, exploration, and new experiences are only for the young. But the reality is, those who remain quietly more precious than gold are the ones who never lose their curiosity. They keep discovering, keep asking questions, and remain open to fresh ideas. They don't get stuck in their ways or reject things simply because they're different from what they once knew. Staying curious keeps the mind sharp, but more importantly, it keeps the spirit alive. The older adults who remain vibrant and engaging are the ones who continue to embrace new conversations, new books, new skills, and new perspectives. They don't shut down discussions with, "That's just how things are." Instead, they ask, "Tell me more." They listen, absorb, and stay lifelong learners, not just in formal education, but in how they engage with the world. Take Evelyn, a 76-year-old former teacher. She could have easily settled into a routine of watching the same shows, talking to the same people, and telling the same stories. But instead, she actively seeks out new experiences. She reads books outside her usual genres. She listens when younger people talk about their lives, instead of dismissing their perspectives as unfamiliar. She learns new technology, not because she has to, but because she enjoys staying connected to how the world is changing. And because of that, she is endlessly fascinating to be around. People are drawn to her, not just because she's wise, but because she isn't trapped in the past. She stays present, engaged, and always evolving. Curiosity is what keeps a person feeling alive at any stage of life. It prevents boredom, combats stagnation, and ensures that every year is filled with new discoveries. More importantly, it makes someone a person others genuinely love being around. No one wants to sit through a conversation with someone who refuses to look beyond their own limited experiences. But someone who asks questions, who is genuinely interested in others' lives, and who remains connected to the world around them, that person leaves a lasting impression. Here's the reality. People who become rigid in their thinking too soon often end up bitter, frustrated, and disconnected. But those who keep learning, exploring, and growing stay energized, relevant, and deeply appreciated. And that curiosity, it doesn't fade on its own. It's something you must choose to cultivate every day. If you've ever met someone who radiates that kind of curiosity, you know how magnetic it is. And if you embrace it yourself, you'll never feel like life is passing you by. You'll always feel like you're in the middle of something meaningful. If this resonates with you, if you've ever experienced the joy of learning something new, if you believe curiosity is the key to staying vibrant, let me know by commenting number 2 below. Your engagement helps me continue creating content that supports and uplifts you. Number 3, the power to set boundaries without guilt. One of the most valuable skills you can develop after 65 is the ability to protect your time, energy, and peace without feeling guilty. Too many people, especially as they age, fall into the habit of people-pleasing, saying yes when they really mean no, putting up with disrespect because it's familiar, or allowing others to take more than they give. But the truth is, the most quietly powerful individuals are those who recognize their own worth and refuse to compromise it. Boundaries aren't about being distant, cold, or self-centered. They are about understanding what you will and won't tolerate. They ensure that you aren't sacrificing your well-being just to make others comfortable. And once you master this, you instantly become someone who is respected, valued, and quietly more precious than gold. Look at someone like Robert, a 73-year-old retired mechanic. For most of his life, he struggled to say no. If someone needed help moving, he'd do it, even if his back ached. If a friend or family member constantly called just to vent, he'd listen, even when it left him emotionally drained. If someone pushed his limits, he'd keep quiet to avoid conflict. But over time, he started feeling worn out, stretched too thin, and underappreciated. That's when he made a choice to start valuing his time as much as he valued others. Now, Robert sets clear yet kind boundaries. He helps when he truly wants to, not out of obligation. He listens to others, but he no longer allows himself to be an emotional dumping ground. He spends time with people who uplift him rather than those who drain him. And most importantly, he no longer feels guilty for putting his well-being first. The result? He is happier, healthier, and more respected than ever. Here's what most people don't realize. When you let others overstep your boundaries, you teach them that it's acceptable. But when you establish what is and isn't okay, you naturally attract people who respect your time, energy, and presence. The strongest and most graceful older adults aren't the ones who let others take advantage of them. They are the ones who can say no with certainty without needing to justify themselves. They understand that their time matters. They know they deserve relationships built on mutual respect. And they recognize that the people who truly care for them will honor their boundaries instead of testing them. And the best part? When you set boundaries, you don't just earn respect from others. You build self-respect. You stop feeling drained, resentful, or unappreciated. You start feeling in control, at peace, and deeply valued. Number 4, a presence that radiates warmth and comfort. One of the most powerful qualities a person can develop after 65 is the ability to make others feel at ease. This doesn't mean being the loudest in the room or constantly trying to entertain. It's about having an energy that makes people feel safe, not because of what you say, but because of how you make them feel. People who embody this have something truly rare, a quiet warmth that naturally draws others in. They are the kind of people you'd want to sit beside in a room full of strangers. The kind of people who, without saying much, make you feel like you belong. They listen without judgment. They offer kindness without expecting anything in return. And they make the world around them feel just a little lighter. Look at someone like Joan, a 75-year-old former nurse. She has a way of making everyone around her feel at home. She doesn't force conversations. She doesn't try to take center stage. And yet, people are effortlessly drawn to her. When she speaks, her words are filled with kindness and sincerity. When she listens fully, not just waiting for her turn to talk, but making others feel like their words truly matter. Because of this, people are drawn to her. She doesn't need to be flashy. She's not looking for attention, yet her warmth leaves a lasting impression. This kind of presence isn't about what you say. It's about how you make others feel. It's in the way you offer a reassuring smile when someone looks unsure. The way you allow others to express themselves fully without cutting them off or dismissing their emotions. The way you show kindness in small yet meaningful ways. A thoughtful remark, a sincere compliment, a simple act of care. And here's the beautiful truth. People don't forget this kind of presence. Long after the conversation has ended, they remember how they felt around you. They recall the comfort of being near you. They think of the warmth in your voice, the softness in your eyes, the way you made them feel seen and valued. This is what makes a person quietly more valuable than gold. Not wealth, not status, not being in the spotlight, but being a source of kindness in a world that can often feel unkind. And the best part? This kind of presence doesn't fade with age. It grows stronger. It's not about youth, beauty, or charm. It's about a lifetime of understanding, patience, and love. Things that only deepen over time. If you've ever known someone whose presence alone brought you comfort, you understand how rare and special this is. And if you cultivate this within yourself, you will become someone people cherish, not for what you have, but for who you are. If this speaks to you, if you believe in the power of warmth and kindness, let me know by commenting number 4 below. Your engagement helps me continue creating content that uplifts and supports you. Number 5, the ability to find joy in simplicity. One of the greatest secrets to living a deeply fulfilling life after 65 is learning how to find joy in life's simple moments. This isn't about settling for less. It's about recognizing that some of the most beautiful, meaningful experiences don't come from big accomplishments or extravagant events. They come from everyday moments that many people take for granted. Those who are quietly more valuable than gold are the ones who understand this. They don't need constant excitement to feel content. They aren't chasing things they don't truly want. Instead, they have a way of noticing beauty where others see nothing remarkable. A warm cup of coffee on a peaceful morning, the gentle touch of sunlight on their skin, the sound of laughter shared among good friends, the quiet satisfaction of a simple, well-spent day. Look at someone like George, an 80-year-old retired carpenter. He's not rich, he's not famous, but he is genuinely happy. He doesn't waste time dwelling on what he lacks. Every morning, he wakes up with a deep sense of gratitude for what he has. When he goes for a walk, he notices how the leaves sway in the wind. When he sits down for a meal, he takes his time to savor each bite. When he catches up with old friends, he listens, he laughs, and he stays present in the moment instead of letting his mind wander to past regrets or future worries. And here's why this is so powerful. People can feel this kind of contentment. They can sense when someone is truly at peace, when someone is genuinely grateful, when someone has stopped chasing more and instead appreciates what's already in front of them. And that kind of presence is rare. It's magnetic. It's the kind of presence that draws others in. But here's the issue. Too many people spend their later years fixating on what's missing instead of appreciating what's right in front of them. They dwell on past regrets. They compare their lives to others. They convince themselves that happiness is something they left behind. But the reality is, the most cherished individuals are the ones who know how to make the present moment feel like enough. They don't waste time complaining about things they can't change. They don't let minor inconveniences disturb their peace. They make a conscious choice to embrace joy in even the smallest ways. This isn't about pretending life is always perfect. It's about training your mind to recognize the good, even on ordinary days. It's about valuing what you have instead of longing for something else. And it's about understanding that true happiness doesn't come from grand moments. It's built over time in the way you move through life every single day. Number 6, a deep, unshakable sense of self-respect. There is something undeniably powerful about a person who knows their own worth. Someone who carries themselves with quiet dignity, who doesn't look for validation, and who refuses to let age diminish their sense of self. This kind of strong, unwavering self-respect is one of the greatest things you can develop after 65. And it's what makes a person truly irreplaceable. Many people spend their younger years worried about what others think, trying to fit in, trying to be liked, trying to prove themselves. But the individuals who become quietly more valuable than gold are the ones who, over time, realize their worth is not something that requires validation from anyone else. They stop seeking external approval. They stop wasting energy on people who don't appreciate them. And most importantly, they stop apologizing for who they are. Look at someone like Louise, a 78-year-old retired librarian. She used to be the kind of person who always put others first, constantly going out of her way to keep everyone happy, even at the expense of her own well-being. But as she grew older, she came to an important realization. Her time, her energy, and her peace mattered too. She stopped agreeing to things she didn't want to do. She stopped feeling guilty for prioritizing herself. She stopped letting other people's opinions dictate her choices. And because of that, she became someone others deeply respect. Self-respect isn't about arrogance or disregarding others. It's about recognizing your own value and never allowing anyone to diminish it. It's about setting standards for how you deserve to be treated and never lowering them just to make someone else comfortable. It's about looking in the mirror and knowing, without question, that you are enough exactly as you are without needing to prove anything to anyone. And here's the truth. People can sense when someone respects themselves. It's in the way they speak, the way they carry themselves, and the way they handle adversity. A person with self-respect doesn't beg for attention. They don't need external validation. They don't tolerate disrespect. Instead, they move through the world with a quiet strength that naturally makes others treat them with the same level of respect they expect from themselves. Yet, too many people, as they get older, let their self-worth fade. They convince themselves they are less valuable just because they've aged. They believe they should shrink themselves, remain silent, or settle for less than they deserve. But in reality, age should strengthen self-respect, not weaken it. Because with age comes experience, wisdom, and the realization that your worth has never depended on someone else's opinion of you. If this speaks to you, if you believe in the power of self-respect and standing firmly in your own value, let me know by commenting number 6 below. Your engagement helps me continue creating content that uplifts and supports you. Final thoughts. As we conclude this video, take a moment to think about these 6 qualities. They aren't about money, status, or external success. They're about something deeper: how you carry yourself, how you treat others, and how you choose to live every day. The people who are quietly more valuable than gold aren't the ones who chase attention or demand recognition. They are the ones who cultivate wisdom, kindness, and a deep sense of self-worth. Qualities that only strengthen over time. But here's the thing: these qualities don't develop by chance. They require intention, they require a choice, and they require a commitment to becoming the kind of person who, no matter where they are in life, continues to grow, evolve, and shine in their own quiet, powerful way. If you recognize yourself in any of these 6 qualities, or if you feel inspired to develop them further, know that you are already on the right path. These traits aren't just about making others value you. They're about helping you value yourself. And when you do that, when you fully embrace the person you are meant to be, you will naturally attract respect, admiration, and a deep sense of fulfillment. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 6 qualities stood out to you the most? Have you already started embracing them, or is there one you want to focus on more? Share your thoughts in the comments. I truly enjoy reading your insights and experiences. Thank you for being here today. We'd love to hear from you. So drop a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it to your life. Your thoughts matter to us, so don't hesitate to share. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.